Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Sunset Over Water is a game where you're moving around the board and you will be painting pictures of the sunset over water. Just really good landscape pictures, if you will. Each player is going to play a card, and that will give you kind of the initiative, if you will, who's going to go first based on the time that you wake up. Then you're going to have how much you can move, in which direction you can move, and then how many cards you can pick up. You're going to take those cards, and you're going to try to accomplish goals or scoring cards, if you will. If you have certain icons on those cards, you're going to match those up. It's better to go early because you're going to get first choice at the cards. You're also going to get first choice at the scoring cards. But the later cards tend to let you move a little bit better and let you pick up more cards. Also, the goal cards, which are usually worth about 2, maybe 3 points, those are going to lean towards the person who goes last. There's a really push and pull about what's on the board, what do I want, what cards did I draw? I get to pick 1 out of the 3 that I draw. What am I going to be able to do? If it's like 12, maybe that's like in the middle, I'm probably not going to go first. Maybe I should just prepare to go last. Those are interesting decisions that you're going to have in this game, and there are quite a few. Now, the players are taking things off the board and the scoring cards, and they're not replacing until the end of the round. So if you go last, you can really get hosed on what is available to you. You might be planning out this great turn for a card, but because you're going 3rd or 4th, that card's no longer available. But you know that if you're going 3rd or 4th. You got to be a little bit more flexible. If you're going first, you're obviously going to get whatever you want. And that's a really good aspect to the game. This is a lighter game. You know, I'm making these decisions to be out perhaps more than they should be. It's a lighter game. It's a very easy game to teach when you're looking at it. There's not a whole lot of movement around. There's only a couple rules, like you can't take a card if another player is sitting on it. That kind of makes sense because they're in the view. They're in the way of your painting. But I think this game is really kind of a light Toccato type of game. I think it has a good flow to it. It's easy to teach. It's easy to learn. But the decisions you're making have weight and matter. And that's important in a game like this. Sunset Over Water is a game I can easily recommend. This is a really fun little game. I think that you're going to have a great time with it. And it's a keeper for us. Here is Sunset Over Water. This is a little small box here. Nice little sunset there that you can see. You have a rule book, which we'll take a look at in a few minutes. And you have some advertisements here. And this is what the insert will look like. It's kind of nice, actually. It says Sunset Over Water. You got a place for your little meeple people that will sit in here. These come in 4 different colors, and these guys look fantastic. And then you're going to have a bunch of cards. You can see you can put your finger down in there. And these will just have different landscapes with the icons. The icons are really what you're looking at, but you just have different landscapes, etc. that you can do. And it's very peaceful to look at. You're also going to have, these are for the solos. You're going to have some gold cards. You can see these are kind of bland and not very interesting, as are these, although the icons all show really what you need. And then you have more landscape cards. You will have some little teeny ones here. These will be the cards you'll have in the different player colors, and you'll be utilizing these as you go. And these are a little bit bland looking too. The components are actually pretty good. I like the little box. The cards are fine. The artwork on these cards are really beautiful. I think that everything works fine. The quality of things are nice. The cards feel really good. Even the little small Hobbit-sized cards. Here is the rule book. It's going to open up a little bit like this. You get a picture of your components over here and set up with a nice little picture over there. So that's all very, very nice. Then you're going to jump into the gameplay. It's going to tell you the rounds, etc. And then each one will be broken down with pictures and arrows going in, which is really good. It's also color-coded. You can see hike, paint, sell. It's all color-coded through here for easy reference. I like that quite a bit. Clean up and end-of-game scoring with an example. It's really great. If you want to play it solo, there are solo rules here in the back. Rulebook is really, really good. No problems at all with it once we were able to jump into the game and start playing. We did have a couple questions, like, can you use more icons on the cards to fulfill a requirement? For example, if it just requires 1 flower, can you use a card that has 2 icons on it to fulfill this? We played it as no. There are cards that only have the 1 icon, so maybe you have to use that. It wasn't exactly clear to us in the rulebook, but we played that it had to be exact. Okay, so I'm running out of space a little bit here, so I'm going to show you how to play. When it starts out, you're going to have a 5x5 grid of the landscape cards, and you're going to put your little meeples here in the center. I'm going to use these 2 colors. I think they pop a little bit more. Each round, one of these gold cards will come out, be the last person to paint a landscape, be the person in the day in a corner, be the last person to move diagonal. If you fulfill the requirements, you'll gain one of these. If not, it'll stay out round for round. You also have 3 of these that will be out of what you're trying to score. Well, it's number of players plus 1. And these victory points, how many you get if you do at the top? It says 1 card with a yellow and 2 with anything. 1 card for 4 points with just a single flower, or you can meet the requirements on these. And these are available. Every player's going to get a player deck in their color, which will be shuffled up when the game starts. You're going to draw 3 cards off the top, and you're going to choose one of these to keep. And the other 2 will go back on the bottom of your personal deck. You play 6 rounds in the game. Whoever has the most victory points will be the winner, so 2 of these cards will not be used. The times at the top are going to tell you who's going to go first. So if you have these 2 cards, 7:30 and 8:30, the 7:30 person will go before the 8:30. This right here will tell you how you can move. So in this case, you can move up to 4 spaces in those directions. Some of these will only let you move like 3, but you can't move diagonal. An example, this is how many cards you'll pick up. So let's say it's my turn to go. I play this. I can move up to 4 spaces in a row. Let me get rid of this just for illustration purposes. And let's say I started right here. So I play this card down and I can move. So maybe I want to go 1, 2, 3. It's the most I can move. So I moved my spaces and I can pick up 2 that I were on. So I started here. I can pick up this card, this card, this card, or that card. Let's go back to my example where the purple guy was here. Then I could not pick up this card because purple is sitting on it. So maybe I would pick up this card and say maybe this card. I could have picked this card up, but I'm choosing not to, so those will be the cards. Then I will look at the scoring cards and see if I meet the criteria for any of them. I meet the criteria for this one, 1 card with a flower, so I can discard this card, get it out of there, and this will go in my scoring pile. Now, if there are any remaining cards I can meet the criteria for, I can cash them in, but I do not in this. Then I would look at the gold card, see if I have accomplished this. If I have, that's fine. I can go ahead and take this, but if somebody gets it on this round, last person to print, they can steal this from me just for this round. After the round is over, you will refill whatever cards were taken from the top down to the bottom. You will put out new ones, so there's always 2 plus 1 here, and you bring out a new gold card. And that's how you play Sunset Over the Water. Who should buy this game? This is squarely in the gateway game. You're looking for something, you probably like the theme, you like the pictures that are involved. There are a few games kind of like this, not exactly, but kind of like this. And I think that this is one of the better ones that I'll be keeping and exploring this one out more. The meeples that come with it are great. The look of the game is fantastic. And we just have a blast playing it. It's a really good game and one I recommend you checking out. Keeper for us.